Okay, if you're a landlord, let's be real. Choosing flooring isn't just a design choice, is it? Nope, it's a critical business decision. Pick the wrong one, and you're looking at lost rent during long turnovers, constant repair costs, and frankly, tenants you'd rather not have. So today we're going to break down the science of picking truly rental-proof flooring that's going to save you a ton of money and a whole lot of stress.
And this quote from a seasoned flooring contractor, man, it just hits the nail on the head. The stakes are incredibly high. See, when you choose the wrong floor, you're not just paying for repairs. You're bleeding rental income while the unit sits empty, and you're watching the best rental applicants walk right out the door.
So, the whole game is about finding this sweet spot. It's a balancing act, right? You need something that's tough enough to handle whatever tenants throw at it, stylish enough to attract them in the first place, and, of course, affordable enough to make financial sense for your investment. That's the trifecta we're aiming for.
First up, let's talk about why this is truly a make-or-break decision. We're going to look at how the right floor can be an asset that works for you 24/7, while the wrong one is just a constant drain on your time and your bank account.
Think of it this way. The right floor is an asset that is actively working for you. It means quicker cleanups between tenants, fewer complaints during their lease, and years, of service without having to think about a full replacement. It's a direct investment in both your profitability and, let's be honest, your sanity.
So, how do you actually make the right choice? Well, before you even start thinking about specific materials, you need a framework for making the decision. This next part, it's the exact checklist every single landlord should be using before spending a dime.
Okay, this is your essential checklist. So when we say durability, we're not just talking about a few scratches. We mean, can it survive a tenant dragging a heavy sofa across it? For cost, please don't just look at the price tag. You have to calculate the cost per year of use. A floor that lasts 20 years is way cheaper than one you're replacing every 5. For maintenance, picture turnover day. Can you get that floor looking brand new in just a couple of hours? For style, it's all about attracting the widest pool of great tenants with a neutral, modern look. And finally, location. A floor that's perfect for a dry climate in Arizona might totally fail in a humid, beachside rental in Florida.
You've heard this old saying, right? Well, in property management, it is absolute gospel for a reason. Going for the cheapest option up front almost guarantees you'll be paying to replace it sooner rather than later, costing you way more in materials and lost rent. It's just bad math, plain and simple.
All right, now that we have our framework in place, let's get to the good stuff, the materials themselves. These are the heroes of the rental world, the options that check all the boxes on our list. Listen, if you only take one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. Luxury vinyl plank, or LVP, has become the undisputed champion for rental properties, and there are some very, very good reasons why. LVP's total dominance really comes down to these superpowers. It is 100% waterproof. That is a total game changer for places like kitchens, bathrooms, basements, you name it. It just shrugs off scratches from pets and furniture. It looks so much like real wood these days, giving you that high-end feel without any of the high-end headaches. This is pretty much the definition of a set-it-and-forget-it floor. So what about laminate? It's a really strong contender, and it's often a bit more budget-friendly. It's tough, it's easy to install, but here's the crucial difference. Its Achilles heel is moisture. While it's great for a living room or a bedroom, one little leak from a dishwasher or a toilet can cause it to swell up and warp. LVP, because it's made of vinyl, simply doesn't have that problem. But of course, LVP isn't the only answer out there. For a really high-end rental where tenants expect a touch of luxury, engineered hardwood gives you that premium feel with better stability than solid hardwood. For bathrooms, come on, nothing beats the timeless, bomb-proof nature of tile. In bedrooms, where comfort and quiet are key, carpet is still a fantastic choice. And for a basement that just needs a durable, waterproof, budget-friendly surface, vinyl sheet is a workhorse that just gets the job done. Okay, knowing what to choose is half the battle. Knowing what to avoid is the other half. So let's cover the flooring options that might seem tempting, but will almost certainly lead to some serious landlord regret. I absolutely love this analogy because it is so perfectly true. Solid hardwood is beautiful, no doubt, but it's expensive, it scratches if you just look at it wrong, and it is super susceptible to water damage. It is just not built for the unpredictable nature of rental life. So here are the 3 big ones to steer clear of. We've already covered solid hardwood. Natural stone, like marble, is just way too expensive and fragile for a rental. But you know what the biggest trap is? It's the cheap, low-grade stuff.
That bargain bin laminate is going to start peeling at the edges after a year, and that cheap carpet will hold on to every single stain and smell, making your whole unit feel old and run down. Okay, let's get really practical here. You shouldn't just use the same flooring throughout the entire property. The key is to match the right material to the right space. Here's your playbook.
This little cheat sheet basically boils it all down. You notice the pattern here, right? High-traffic living areas need durable, stylish options like LVP or laminate. But as soon as water becomes a factor, like in kitchens and bathrooms, the choice narrows to something 100% waterproof like tile or LVP. For bedrooms, we prioritize comfort and noise reduction with carpet. And for the most challenging space of all, the basement, we default to the toughest, most moisture-proof options we've got.
And finally, let's tie this all together by looking at the numbers. Because choosing a floor, it's not an expense. It's a long-term investment in your property's value, and ultimately, your own profitability.
This table right here, it reframes the entire decision. Just for a second, ignore that upfront cost and focus on the lifespan column. Sure, that LVP at $3 a square foot might seem pricier than carpet at $2, but when that LVP lasts 20 years and the carpet needs replacing every 5, well, the LVP is actually the cheaper option by a long shot. That's the math that smart landlords do. And really, that brings us to the final takeaway. The smartest choice is rarely the cheapest one up front. The true value is in longevity and low maintenance. Those are the two factors that will save you thousands of dollars and countless hours over the life of your investment. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about for your own properties. Are you treating your floors like a disposable expense you just have to deal with between tenants? Or are you treating them as one of the single most important long-term investments you can make in your rental success? The answer to that question will shape your entire strategy.